Alright then gang, so we have our navbar successfully created here at the top of the application. Now I'd like to move on, and I'm going to show you this diagram again, which you're probably going to get sick of by the end of the series, but I'd like to move on and start to tackle these different components right here. Okay, so we'll start with this dashboard component. Now, to begin with, what I'd like to do is create these components and their templates first without using any kind of dynamic data or database. Then when we have the templates for all the components done, what we'll do is hook up this app with Redux and a Firestore database. So, like I said, we'll start with this dashboard page over here and the nested components. So let's head on over to the editor and get rid of these things for now. We don't need the navbar anymore. And what I'd like to do is open up the dashboard over here. Okay then, so this dashboard is ultimately going to be a class-based components because at some point in the future, we might use state and we might use lifecycle hooks. So I'm going to use a class-based component for the dashboard. So first of all, let's import a couple of things. We want to import React and also components from React. And now we can create the dashboard class. So class dashboard extends components. Then inside we need a render method to render our template, and this will return some JSX. Okay, so what do we want this template to look like? Well, it's going to be pretty simple. We'll just do a div first of all with a class of dashboard. That's just my own class in case I use this to style it later, and also container, which is materialized CSS to contain everything in a central column. Okay, so inside that, I'd like two divs, a div for the left hand side and a div for the right hand side. Now the left is going to be the project list and the right is going to be the notifications. Now, first of all, I'd like to create a div with a class of row because we're going to use the materialized grid. This is where we'll have the two different sections for the two different components that we'll be using, the project list and the notifications. So div.col.s12.m6. So what this is saying is, okay, this div right here, I want this to have 12 columns on small screens and up, and then when it gets to medium-sized screens, give it 6 columns. So with it being a 12-column grid, it means on medium-sized screens and up, I want you to take half of the available space up on the page. So that's going to be the left half. Okay. Now down below, we're going to do something similar. Another div, this time with the class of col again. Then S12, so small screens, 12 columns in width, the whole width. Then when it gets to medium, we're going to do 5 columns. Now I've done 5 and not 6 because I want a small gap between the two things. And what I'm going to do is offset this div on medium-sized screens by 1 column. So that's the one we left out. So it's going to offset it to the right by that 1 column and leave a gap between these two divs. Again, if you want to learn more about Materialize and the grid, I'll leave a link to that playlist down below. All right then, so this div right here, this is going to be for the project list, and this div right here, this is going to be for the notifications on the right. So let's create those two components first of all. I'm going to start with the notifications. So let's open this up. And this is going to be a functional component. We don't need state in here at the minute. So let's import React from React. And then down below, we can do our const. And we'll call it notifications. And it's equal to a function. And inside this function, we just want to return some JSX. We're going to keep this really simple for now. Just a div. And then inside a P, which says notifications. All right, so let's export that at the bottom. Can I spell notifications? No. All right, cool. So now we want to import this in the dashboard. So let's go back over here and say import notifications from, and it's going to be ./notifications. All right, so now we just need to nest it over here in the second one because I want this to display on the right. So notifications, like so. All right, so let's save that for now. Now we need to create our project list component. Now, remember, that's not in the dashboard folder, that's in the projects folder. So project list, let's open that up. And this thing right here, this is again going to be a functional component, and any data that is injected into this component is going to come from the dashboard as a prop ultimately. But for now, we're not going to worry about data. We're just going to create the template. So let's import React again from React. And then down below, we want to say const project list. And that is going to be equal to a function. And inside this function, we want to return some JSX. Okay, so what we want to do here is return a list of projects. Now, each project is going to have its own div surrounding it, but the whole thing is going to sit inside a surrounding div called project-list, my own class, nothing to do with materialize, but a materialize class called section, just to give it some space around the actual div. All right, so let's do our first project. We'll give this a div with a class of card. This is a materialize class, just to give it some styling. Then it's going to have a z-depth of 0, which takes away the shadow. Then I want to give this a class of project-summary. Now that is my own class, just in case I style it extra later on. Okay, so this div right here needs some content inside it. So first we'll do a div with a class of card-content, again materialize. We want grey text, and then we also want the text to be darkened by 3 shades. All right, so now inside that, we'll do a title first of all for this project. So span, and then we'll call this card-title, materialize class again. Project title will go there. Ultimately, this will be dynamic content that we get from a database or something. But for now, we're just hard coding this stuff. Then underneath, we'll say who it was posted by. So we'll say posted by the Net Ninja. And underneath that, we'll just do the date as well. So we'll say P, and in fact, we'll give this a class name equal, and we want this to be grey-text. Okay, so the date at which this was posted, again, it will be dynamic later, but for now, let's just say 3rd of September, 2 AM. All right then. So that is one single card. Now, we don't just want one project to be listed on the page, we want a few. So let's just copy this, and I'm going to paste it down below a couple of times. All right, so now we have 3 different projects listed inside this component. All right, so now we need to import this component into the dashboard. So let's do that right here. We want to import project list, and it's going to be from, then it's dot / because we want to come out of the dashboard folder and we want to go into the projects folder right there. Then it's / project list. All right then. So let's now nest that in this first div over here, project list, like so, and save it. Now, if we view this at the minute, we're not going to see anything, and that's because we've not set up a route for this dashboard component. We've not even nested the dashboard component. So what we'll do is set up a route so that when we go to just / or / dashboard maybe inside the browser over here, then it's going to load up that dashboard component, right? So let us do this down here. I'm going to place all our routes inside a switch tag like this, and this makes sure that only one route is loaded up at a time, and the route that is loaded up is the first that React matches inside here. So let's create a route, and we'll import these things in a minute into this component, and the path is going to be equal to just /. And then when a user goes to that path, the component that I want to load up is going to be the dashboard component. Now we have to import these things, otherwise it's not going to work. So let us first import switch and route over here, and we do that from the React router DOM. So switch and route, and then we also want to import the dashboard component over here as well. So let's import dashboard from, and it's going to be dot / components / dashboard to go into the dashboard folder / dashboard. Now let's just make sure we exported that. We didn't. So let's just export the dashboard so that this works. We'll say export default dashboard. Okay. And let's make sure these other ones have been exported as well. First of all, the project list. That's not. Let's export that. Default project list. And then finally, the notifications. That we have done. Okay, so now everything's exported and imported into the correct place. And right here, we're saying when a user goes to /, then load in the dashboard component right here inside the app component. So let's save it and view this in a browser. And now we can see that dashboard component right here on the screen, and nested inside that dashboard component is the project list and also the notifications over here on the right. Okay, so in the next video, what I'd like to do is address this project summary component right here.